I'm not afraid of you running away, honey. I get the feeling you are. There is no sense.
When does he say the breakdown part in the song?
It's the next one. Next drop.
All right, we'll get there.
There you go.
Inside you is feeling like I do. We said all there is to say. Baby, break down. Go ahead, give it to me. Break down.
What's up? It's Jomboy and Jake Radio. It's April 18th. Tom Petty with Breakdown. This was the dealer's choice, Jake. I chose Tom Petty Breakdown because I love Tom Petty. Really good song. He invented the Tuesday Death Day when we were doing theme by days, not weeks, way back in the way back. So there you go. Good song. How are you this fine morning? This fine Thursday morning.
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Best you've ever been?
Wide Awake, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, one of my mom's faves all time. Some of the music I was raised on there. R.I.P. Rite of Passage concert in Connecticut. Everyone had to go to this. You went to Dave Matthews Band first, then you went to Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Yeah, technically, Hartford legislature. But yeah, man, I'm doing all right. Kind of, we're obviously going to talk a little Yank Sox. That was pretty huge for both of us. And yeah, it's Thursday. It's kind of like, I don't know, get all of my ducks in line for the weekend to enjoy the Yankees baseball game and get our work done around that and see what I can do around that with the girlfriend this weekend.
Do you have any plans? Are you planning things?
Nothing crazy. She threw out a casual maybe go to the Rockies game Saturday night, which they play at 6 Mountain Time. So that would be like 11-3 and then a little breather and then Rockies game, which a lot of baseball. I mean, she doesn't really want to go for the game, but I would be watching the game. So I don't know. I'm a maybe on that. I think that's kind of the only ball in the air right now. But
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
How are you doing, James?
I'm really tired. We're recording this way later than usual. Artie in the chat said he was worried. He gets worried when we don't go live between 9:41 and 9:44. So
yeah.
But we had to do Talking Yanks podcast. We do it every getaway day. So when the baseball doesn't have the getaway games early, it's a recipe for a late night.
Right.
So like this Sunday, they have a 1:00 start, which means they end at 4, which means we record at like 5, and I can get it out before Game of Thrones starts and have a normal night. But last night they started at 6:35, goes to whatever it went to. I was up till 2 a.m. when it was done recording. I'm tired, but I was work. Usually I can get myself awake and get through it. I couldn't open my eyes. You ever have that? You just can't open your eyes.
Yeah, you're in the season grind. You're in the thick of it.
It's early. Good day yesterday, though. I mean, if we're gonna go ranking days, I was at a 7.6 on Wednesday, I believe.
You're going up.
I think it's only natural that it goes
not going
up.
Down.
What did I do yesterday? So, want to know what I did? I had a little bit of a Susan O'Brien day because we sent a bunch of shirts to Yankee players, and I had to wash and iron them first because I'm only going to send wrinkled shirts, And
but maybe your most excited wash iron ever?
Back when I had time to do nothing, which I don't now because I'm just trying to grind and always do something. Right. I could give myself a nice iron sesh. But I would, when I lived with roommates, I would watch Yankees games, and I needed I wasn't tweeting or anything. I needed something to keep my hands busy. So I'd iron, and I would tell my roommates, like, if you have anything you want me to iron, I'm in the zone right now.
Right.
I've always been any task where I can watch something and then my hands are doing something else, I have always liked those tests since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
So, but then
Happiest wash iron ever, though, is the original statement.
yeah, maybe pretty good.
Yeah.
I've made a lot of custom shirts for like events and stuff, so sometimes those are fun too.
Okay.
But pretty good. I was watching Amazon documentary Lorena Bobbitt.
Okay.
She cut off her husband's dick
Yeah.
and then threw it in the woods, and then they found it and sewed it back on him. And then they went to
I didn't know
court.
they sewed it back on. That's good.
Yeah, I think he's got full function of it. They show a picture of
Nice.
the severed dick in the documentary.
Man, that's got to be. Talk about new life.
Yeah, well, then he was on trial because like abuse and all that stuff. I actually don't know how the trial ends. There's one more
Okay.
episode left, and so I like watching documentaries and stuff. So it was a good day. Then I went to the post office. I shipped them. Lady at the post office and me are friends because I've been shipping a lot of stuff lately.
Nice.
I drove all around looking for a healthy lunch option, but nothing's open because it's still off season on the island.
Right.
And that was kind of a failure. And then I was just caved and got myself like a burrito bowl. And then I got home and Katie had brought me home a sandwich. So then I had 2 unhealthy lunches.
Double lunch.
Double bad lunch instead of 1 healthy lunch, which I was aiming for.
Nice.
That was brutal. But anyway, pregame show, game was good. Game was really fun. I have a tweet blowing up right now, and that's fun. So good day. Yankees Red Sox really is like there's an extra oomph to everything involved with that if you're a fan of one of those teams. I'm going 7-8.
There it is. New mark.
Because it was a great day, but I still want to leave room for so much better days.
Oh, yeah. And
Like
there will be.
If I go 8-something from yesterday, then when the Yankees win a playoff game,
Right.
or we get an interview with someone like crazy, like I need to leave room for those.
Yeah, a little buffer. I think that's a fine score.
Perfect.
I think that's a fine score.
What's your score?
I'll go, man, I had a pretty nice day. I'll go 7-5, man. Went to the park with former roommate Jeff for a little bit. We threw the football for like 20 minutes and then got tired because we're old guys. And then we got some White Claws and brought those into the media room, watched the game in there. So yeah.
Do you know that that's your highest day ever in the history of keeping track of days on Jomboy and Jake Radio?
Yes, I do.
You never even had a 7 before.
Nope.
Great day for you. I'm happy.
Great day.
Happy for both of us.
Yanks are back on track, beat the Sox, went to the park.
Going to the park's fun.
Yeah, arm's a little sore, throwing the old pigskin. I texted Jeff, I was like, yo, we should do something half athletic. You want to, like throw the pigskin or throw the baseball? And he's like, let's just keep it to the pigskin. And I was like, killing me, Jeff. But I respect it.
How was his arm? He's lefty.
He's all right. He's got the total. He throws like Tua, man. Know how Tua looks like too wide open when he throws?
Yeah, I can picture it.
Yeah, lefties just open up their chest more, it feels like, instead of the kind of righties being like compact. So he's got that going. He could throw it.
Does Cross ever listen to this?
I don't think so.
Does he know he's mentioned all the time?
I think he found out a little bit, yeah.
Okay, cool.
He knows the tip of the iceberg. If you're saying, is there an ideal world where one day we're pretty big and Jeff shows up somewhere and people recognize him and he wouldn't have any idea? Yes, I think we're still in that boat.
That's cool. All right, let's go to the sports news, local tri-state minute. Iona's Tim Cluse turns down the St. John's job. He has made the tourney every year for the last 4 years at Iona. St. John's just made it for the first time, said, let's hire this guy. He said, no thanks. You guys just fired your last coach for no reason. Don't want any part of you. The Yankees sweep the Red Sox. Gardy hits a big grand slam. James Anderson Happ, J.A. Happ, had a nice quality start, turns the tide for him. Gardner with the big home run, though. The Mets lost to the Phillies 3-2. Jake Arrieta went 8 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. I think Wheeler went for the Mets and didn't have a terrible start, but wasn't as good as Arrieta. And I think that's all I know. Still waiting for the draft. Islanders didn't play. Nets play tonight versus the 76ers. 1-1 is the series now. So there will be a team leading the series afterwards. And that's math.
That's math.
It is. They're not going to tie. So.
Really close to an amazing save on the J-Hap. James Anthony.
Yeah.
We went James Anderson. It got tight there for a second, and you almost pulled the rabbit out of your butt. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was in quick talk mode.
Yeah. Mets have lost 4 of their last 5. And I mean, it's just a shocking development. Like, how could the baseball season change so quickly in the first 2 weeks of the season? Or I can say first 3 weeks now. I won't,
you can move it along.
Obnoxious.
They lost 3 of their last 5. That sucks. That's a bummer.
4 of their last 5.
4 of their last 5. Who are you blaming?
The sport of baseball.
Oh, wow.
The one game they won, Jim, was the Rhys Hoskins error game that ruined my bet of the day.
Yes, a nice rocket.
So in theory, it should be 5 straight. But I guess the big thing that's jumping out is the pitching. I mean, in one game they gave up 14, in another game they gave up 11, 7 in another. Last one was the first close, low-scoring game. Phil's got him.
What reliever do you think?
Arrieta went into the 9th.
What reliever do you think has the most innings pitched on the Mets?
What reliever has the most innings pitched on the Mets? How about that Gsellman guy? I feel like they use him a lot.
Robert Gsellman?
Yeah.
It depends on if Seth Lugo is starting games, which he's not.
Okay.
Seth Lugo.
Seth Lugo
has 10.2 innings pitched, and Robert Gsellman has 10.1. So you're a dumb bag of rocks.
Wow. I'm extremely happy with my guess.
No, you should be embarrassed.
He has the most games played.
Nice.
Him and Familia tied with 9 games played, so I will take the win.
Nice. Mets losing. Yankees winning. Things are right in the world.
Yeah, we'll see. We're obviously optimistic that the Yankees can get really hot. The Royals come into town 4 games before a road trip. They sweep the Sox last night. 2-game sweep.
Hey, if you stretch the Yankees back to Baltimore, what's their record? Is it impressive at all? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're 6-5 in their last 11.
So no,
it's not terrible though.
No, I mean they're 8-9 overall now. So yeah, we're hoping they get hot.
Did you hear what David Cohn dropped on the postgame show of Yes Network? It was ruthless, man. I tweeted it out because I was like, "Whoa, dagger!" David Cohn goes, "Yeah, it's going to take the Red Sox a month just to get back to 500 now."
It's kind of true, man.
I know, but it's like, whoa, that's the way that you do it like that. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
A month just to get to 500? That blows.
I mean, if they go 10-3, which would be so much better than they're playing, they're nowhere near going on a run like that. That would bring them to 500. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be a while. They've dug a hole in April. It's not a hole they can't get out of, but they've dug a serious hole.
Yeah. Bummer for them.
Jeff McNeil's still hitting. Good for him.
Yeah, right? He's a guy, you see him and you're like, this guy is not a baseball player. And then he does, and he is.
He figured something out. He started barreling balls. He's 25 for 59 to start the season, batting .424. Good for him, man.
Good for him. What position does he play? Is he playing for them? Third?
They have him listed
He's
as
like outfielder, right?
they have him listed as second base.
I thought the whole thing was like we can't get Bryce Harper because we have Jeff McNeil.
I don't think they ever dropped. Well, you're right. There was one quote that was they said like, no, we're not signing Harper. We need to get at bats for guys like Jeff McNeil, and people ran with that a little more than they should have. It looks like this year he's played 2019. He's played 12 games at third, 11 in left, and 1 at second base.
They got to play him at third because that other dude doesn't know how to play third. JD Davis. Robinson Cano's so too sexy at second. Yeah, can't handle it. Can't hang with him.
JD
Too
Davis,
fast.
Your guy.
Got to give him a little cushion. Give him a little cushion, then you stick him.
It's been a while since you've come out with some Remember the Titans.
I should watch it again.
Oh boy!
Because once I watch Remember the Titans, I throw Remember the Titans quotes into places that they don't belong for about 2 months.
Yeah. Well,
so
here we are.
I need to watch Remember the Titans again, and let's go to the national news.
Jomboy, your Celtics with a big fourth quarter comeback against the Pacers because the Pacers' best player is hurt. But it was actually a game. They'll go back to Indy up 2-0. Milwaukee and Houston also go up 2-0 in their series. Milwaukee was tied at the half, and then they blew them out. Houston, same with the Jazz. Jim Gronk dents the Lombardi Trophy. Classic Gronk. What else we got? Jim, I guess the biggest news of the day. Well, no, we should hit the NHL first. The Bruins beat the Leafs. Dallas beats Nashville. The Avs, my Avs, beat Calgary in OT. Never much love when it goes to OT. And we have a perfect game in jeopardy, Jimbo.
Whoa. A perfect game in jeopardy?
Perfect game, 131K to the sports better guy. He's still rolling. James Holzhauer.
He didn't miss a single question?
He topped his own record with the mark of 131, 127.
What's perfect game mean though? Like did he answer every single question correctly? Or did he just
went 40 for 40 on responses in the first 2 rounds. So, yes, he had a perfect game.
So, how many questions are there? I'm trying to look at the board right now. 5 by 5, 25, 50? I think 5 categories. So, 50 questions. So, that dude, that's amazing. He knew which 10 questions not to answer.
Yeah.
He's got the quick trigger finger. The knowledge of what he knows and what he doesn't know. Good stuff. Good stuff.
I mean, this guy, I don't know if he went to college or what it is, but he has, like, this guy has an IQ of, like, 2 million.
Wow.
Like, he's, well, yeah, that's a round number, but he said something after he won. He's like, I don't think the bookies in Las Vegas are going to accept my bets after this. And Trebek did like a, oh, are you on first name basis with the bookies? And the guy goes, yeah, they know me. So this guy has some computer running in his head, which, hey, good for him.
Is he a weirdo?
I don't know. I haven't seen him talk too much. And, like, in my head, I picture him being, like, kind of the story, like, high school dropout, like, probably was a wise ass to all the teachers because he was so much smarter than him. I don't know if that's true at all, but that's the story I'm writing in my head right now.
Okay. Good for this guy. What's his name? Atticus Finch?
James Holzhauer.
James Holzhauer?
James Holzhauer.
I wish that was a better name. James
Holzhauer.
Well, good for him. Remember when Ken Jennings won for like 2 years straight, and they said, "Okay, never mind. A winner can only stay for 5 days now." We got to get Ken Jennings off this damn set.
Yo, the Ken Jennings times were actually pretty cool.
He was a mainstay.
He was the second. Alex Trebek is the number one Jeopardy participant of all time. Ken Jennings is number 2.
That's got to be official, like IMDb, like appearances per episode. I wonder.
Yeah,
if you can track that. Yeah, Ken Jennings. Crazy.
How about that? Wait, Jim, I think he's a Naperville guy.
Ken Jennings from Illinois, right?
Yeah. No, Holzhauer.
Oh, Holzhauer's from Illinois.
Yeah. Naperville High, 2001.
Bummer. I have nothing against Naperville, but Gag might like him for that.
Yeah, I was trying to see if he's got a college. I don't know. Good for him.
Lakesburg Pride over here. Killdeer. Al Capone Summer Home. Boom Roasted.
So, an office.
Barrington Red Wings.
I mean, I don't know what that is.
That's the hockey team I played for when I lived in Illinois.
Nice. Is that in Naperville?
That's in Barrington.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. In your face.
Well, in your face, my Avalanche beat Calgary in overtime again because this is playoff hockey. And I mean, that's what happens when you come to Denver this time of year, babe.
Yeah, but this is one of those situations where in my land, I go to the bookie and say, come on, it was close. And then they push it for me.
Yeah. And then you get exiled from Las Vegas and end up on Jeopardy.
There we go. Good for you. I'm happy for you that you won that.
Big Sharks game tonight. We should talk about that a little bit.
Big Sharks game. I got my hat on. I got my Sharks hat on. Nice, clean, white hat. Sharks. I'm super excited.
That is like a really clean hat, Jim.
I just gotta never wear it.
Like, I think people would be like, if you dropped a pic wearing that hat, I think some of our followers would be like, "Whoa, Jomboy with a little swag."
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think I bought this and it's just been in like my rooms. Like I've never worn it outside before. I've had it for probably 5 years.
It's got a little bit of swagger on it.
Yeah. Well,
not myswaggerdagger.com, but it's swagger.
Biggest Sharks game of the season. So it's about time I tune in.
Yeah.
I'll be there. I mean, Jordan in the chat said, good luck staying up for a 10 p.m. start.
Yeah.
Sorry how tired I am. So yeah, that's going to be tough. But I'm going to be there supporting my guys. I got to look at the roster, see which guys I know. I'm guessing Couture's still there, Pavelski's still there.
Ooh, that's interesting. Should I look that up quick?
Hurdle's still got to be around.
What
We'll go back.
This is
Chichu, set of Gucci. Yeah, they're all still got to be around.
That is so Taguchi.
Yeah.
This is a little off topic. What's your nap life like? Do you nap at all?
Not anymore.
Have you considered getting back into the nap game?
Nope.
Like between the pregame show and the start of the Yankees game, could you sneak in like a 45-minute napper? Could you get a little Bernie Williams going?
No, I want to start sneaking in walks is what I want to do, but I can't because there's always something happening. Yesterday, I wanted to nap. I was going to sit down on the couch. Like sometimes I get myself out of this room. I take my laptop to the other room. I'm going to do only laptop work out there.
Sure.
And then as soon as I sat down, someone texted me like, Tim Anderson just got ejected. Can't wait for your breakdown. And I was like, okay. I went right back in here and I made the breakdown video. So, and then that took me right till game time.
Buckle up.
I'm on call for MLB breakdowns.
Breakdown.
Did anything else happen in baseball? Like a weird play that I can break down today?
I don't think so. I mean, now it's interesting. Like someone reached out to me and was like, "Yo, Jake, like break down the Gardner home run." And it's like, yeah, I mean, I kind of could, but I mean, also becomes a little bit of a slippery slope. I don't know. Like, is it something you check out MLB top plays every day? Do you check out MLB not top plays? I don't know.
I don't know. I I just check Reddit. That's where I go.
All right, Jimmy. San Jose Sharks.
Yeah.
Our defenseman. Who do you got playing defense?
I haven't paid attention in a couple years.
Okay.
Brent Burns.
Burns is still there. Burns was the one you had to get.
I don't know how many defensemen I knew back in the day.
Yeah, I mean this one, he's like a known name, but I don't know him from the Sharks. Erik Karlsson.
Carlson.
Yeah.
I could have gotten him if he gave me 10 more hours to think on it.
Looks like him and Burns. You said Hurdle. He's still there. He's the center.
Yeah.
Him and Big Joe P.
Pavelski. Pavelski does.
Yep.
Pavelski for the 4 years I watched Sharks did the same move on every shootout, and I loved it. It worked. You just go.
Are you a plus minus guy with hockey or no?
Don't follow it enough to care.
Okay. Couture, you said him. Evander Kane, I didn't know that one.
Yeah, I don't know. Is Joe Thornton still kicking around? He is, right?
Thornton's still there, yeah.
Good for him. Papa Joe.
Talking Sharks, man.
I used to watch them practice. That's why I really started enjoying them. But that was back when Setaguchi were there and Chichu were there and Nabokov was there. It's fun.
That is fun, man.
They've always had like their power play has like Couture, Pavelski, Hurdle. It's a good power play.
And you're a power play guy.
No, I'm a penalty kill guy.
You're a penalty kill guy. You're reverse. Okay.
Yeah.
You're a power play guy playing defense.
This is national news, and this is like a big thing in baseball world. Tim Anderson, the bat flip.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on it?
Ooh, we're doing bat flips. You and I. I'm fine with bat flips. Obviously, if you hit a home run, flip that bat, babe. I think we're at the point in baseball where if you're the pitcher and you want to plunk them afterwards, okay. Obviously, don't aim for the head. You know, try to keep it low, keep it away from the head and the hands and stuff. Dude, I think the problem is like the dugouts, like in the Tim Anderson video yesterday. Like, that was a tied game. If that pitcher wants to hit Tim Anderson so bad that he puts him on base in a tie game, Tim Anderson said, fine, I'll go to first. You're putting on a base runner in this day of OBP baseball? Like, that should be the end of it.
That's exactly what the problem is. If the dugouts didn't run out, Tim Anderson just would have walked to first, and they would have shit-talked, and there would have been a lot of chirping, but he would have just walked to first chirping, and that would have been it.
And
but
I
the
feel
dugouts
like
come out, and then everyone tries to be like, hold me back, I'll do this, hold me back, and like gets macho, and we got that loser Phil Meyer like chirping. It's like, and that's why on the broadcast, the White Sox announcer, Benetti, whatever his name is, said there should be a third man in rule where if you jump in from the dugout, then you're automatically suspended. That way there's only 2 people involved and there's 4 umps involved. Can you not hear me?
I can. I had to go through the mic and stuff, but yeah, I got you.
Yeah. If the dugouts didn't clear, that would have been no one cares. Anderson didn't care that he got hit. He was saying, fine, put me on first. I'm going to go ahead run.
I mean, that's the part I don't get, and that's what I was going to say, and I don't know enough about it, but I mean, obviously, I'd love to talk to David Cohn about anything, but we always hear these stories from like, oh, back in the day, you know, if you hit a home run, you got plunked in your butt, and then you went down to first, and that was business. And it's like, why can't we get back to that? Like that's your prerogative. And then on the batter's side, I'll say this: if you want to hit, you know, a home run when you're up 6-0 or whatever, and you want to pimp it, know that when you pimp that, because this game's out of hand, you're probably going to get knocked down. So, like, that's the only part that should be on the batters, and they need to realize that. Like, don't be mad that if you pimp a homer and it's a blowout game that you're going to get knocked down. Like, that I'm fine with that being part of the deal.
I just figured out who that pitcher from the Royals looks like. Keller.
Okay.
While I was making the breakdown, I wanted to make so many jokes. Like, he just looks like a classic racist. But you can't make that joke because that's like really mean. But I figured out why I think that. He looks like the kid in Remember the Titans, and I'm not forcing this, when he goes, "Ooh, sunshine's from California." And then the racist white kid comes up and he's like, "Quit talking to my girls." Petey goes, "I don't see any livestock around here." That kid looks like Charlie Keller.
And now we've gone full Remember the Titans. He's back.
But I didn't mean that. I was trying to place.
Well, maybe that's what triggered it. Maybe that's what got you back into Remember the Titans this morning, and you didn't even know yet.
Can you look at Charlie Keller's face and then remember that scene?
I mean, you know the brain you're dealing with here.
Yeah, I can send you a link. Here's Charlie Keller, because it's true. He looks just like him.
Charlie Keller, or are we messing up the name? Because Charlie Keller is an old-time baseball player.
Charlie Keller's an old-time Yankees. I don't know this Keller's name, but I'm just going to call him Charlie.
Is it Heller? Might be Heller.
No, I think it's Keller. I just don't think it's Charlie. Anyway, and then here's this link to that kid in Remember the Titans. They look just like each other. I can't believe I finally figured it out.
I will believe you.
Not going to click it?
I'm clicked it.
Oh, nice. All right. Well, I'm glad I figured that out. I'm going to tweet it out after this.
Good for you.
Big day. His face just looks like a guy that sucks. And they asked Anderson, like, what would you do if someone bad flipped you? I'd try to strike him out next and not get embarrassed again. Because you just look like a loser.
And that's, I think we're getting there. Right now we have this mix of, when you're 30 or up in the MLB baseball, you have a little bit of that, just old school baseball mentality. But a lot of these young guys and young pitchers that are tweeting get it. Like Marcus Stroman has said, like, hey, you can pimp it off of me as long as if I strike you out, I get to pimp it a little bit. Like let's do this dance both ways. And that young Reds reliever that people were eyeballing for a little bit, Amir Garrett, I think is his name.
Yeah,
he's had a couple tweets with like basically saying the same thing, like, if you get me, feel free to celebrate. But if I get you, I'm going to do the same. And, like, I don't know what it's going to take for that to take over baseball. Maybe it's just 10 years to clear out some of the old guard. But there's always going to be a couple hardos in baseball that aren't going to be able to wrap their mind around it.
Well, it's also, we talked a couple weeks ago, we talked about how the perception of, like, macho-ness has changed. And when you watch Cheers and Sam Malone's like, I'm a Bay Pound. And people are like, well, I'll fight you. Like, and that used to be cool. And that used to be like, what a badass. That's different now. Keller hitting him with the baseball doesn't make him look like a badass anymore. It makes him look like a whiny bitch pussy.
Yeah.
Well, he couldn't get me out, couldn't get you out. So now I'm going to hit you. Like, it's changed. Public perception of this has changed, where it used to be like, don't even step into the box versus Don Larson. He'll come headhunting if you dig in. And it's like, what? What was wrong with Don Larson?
Yeah.
I thought he was a badass, and now it's like, no, he's like a whiny bitch with can't control his temper.
Like, if Don Larson wants to hit 5 of our hitters and we score 2 runs, cool. Like, cool. Okay.
I don't think I'm talking about Don Larson. I think it's another.
Yeah, I know. Pitcher. It's just good old school pitching name, though.
Yeah. All right. Is that the half, Jake?
I think so.
That is the half. You got anything going on your end?
That is the half. Not too much. I don't know. Thursday, I'm like as mentioned, I'm prepping. Today, I could say this every day. Today's going to be a big game for the Yankees, because if there is a hangover after the Boston wins and like we should have mentioned this on the show. They started doing their DJ club after big games. They busted that out last night.
Fog machine, strobe lights.
That stuff is a ton of fun. If you could do that right during the season, we support that. But it's a lot more fun if you win the next day against the Royals.
Yeah.
So that's something that's spinning through my head right now. Otherwise, over here, Noodle's sleeping. Looks like it's a nice day outside, and yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on over there?
Wow. David Price just had crazy quote on the Red Sox.
Okay.
Holy shit. He said, "We're dead last regarding the Red Sox minor league system. If we don't play better, Mookie Betts will be traded, JD Martinez will be traded. It'll be tough here for a while. They'll reboot it."
Yeah.
Whoa. Well, that's like a brutal quote to say about your own team.
I think he's saying it about the farm system.
I know, but to say that to the fan base, that's crazy. That would suck.
I don't know. I think the quote's just accurate. The team is in last place. The minor league system is last place. If we don't get it going, we're going to sell guys.
I know. I know that it's accurate. That's why it's brutal to hear.
Okay.
That's nuts.
I read the news today, oh boy, and though the news was rather sad, well, I just had to laugh. I know it's 6 o'clock. Time for the news.
Parents are suing their son's football club for emotional abuse because they substituted him out of the game. Doctors have partially revived a dead pig's brain hours after it was slaughtered, and this is a huge news for science. A kangaroo terrorized models during a photo shoot at the Playboy Mansion. A kangaroo terrorized models during a photo shoot at the Playboy Mansion. A disgruntled customer threw an iguana at the restaurant manager. And a man stole $1,000 worth of Slim Jims by filling his sweatpants.
I read the news today, oh boy.
How about that?
How about that? Yeah, one thing that if it happened before halftime, I would have mentioned it. I did a couple punt teams yesterday with the football.
Yeah.
And now my right quad is barking pretty good. So that's getting old. Pretty bizarre. Probably punted a football 3 times yesterday and my leg hurts. That doesn't happen as a youth. I mean, I'm always up for throwing an iguana.
Yeah, my question is 2 ways this story plays. I haven't read it yet. 1, customer brought his pet iguana to a restaurant. They told him, "You can't have it here." He threw it at them to scare them. Not into that. I'm on the restaurant side. Don't like that. Option 2 in my head. Got into a fight with the restaurant, ran outside. This isn't an area where live iguanas just run around in the wild. Found one, threw it at the restaurant manager, and then left. Love option 2. I don't know what the real story is. Do you have it?
Yeah, I mean, this happened in Ohio. Not native, a native habitat for iguanas.
Damn.
Yeah, he brought his iguana in the park. I don't like that's freaking me out right now. The iguana's name is Copper, by the way. And the owner of Copper threw him by his tail, which is pretty rude. I mean, I'm picturing, grab him by the core and toss him. Even if you're that pissed and you go overhand, grabbing an iguana by the tail, I mean, that's just rude. So I don't like that part of the animal side of the story. And in the article, it says that Copper cooperated with the authorities. So,
So this story sucks.
a little bit. Crazy
one-
guy throws an iguana.
You got a guy who owns a pet iguana, which I'm out
Yeah.
on that. I don't like people who own critters. Weird me out.
Right.
2, owns an iguana but doesn't like his iguana, that he uses it as ammo.
That's where it lost me, Jim. This guy, his pet. I mean, a 49-year-old who's bringing his iguana to the restaurant. I mean, it's got to be his best friend, and then he turns his back on it like that. That's gotten to me.
Maybe he was looking for a reason to get rid of the iguana, but he's so dumb that he couldn't figure it out. And he went down the laundry list of ways to get rid of the iguana because he couldn't afford it anymore, needed to give it a better life. Too embarrassed to admit to the Humane Society, I can't care for this iguana anymore.
Maybe this was a two birds while getting stoned here, Jim. It's his kid's iguana. He hates the damn thing.
Yes.
And he hates the manager at this Perkins.
Yes.
So he's like, how can I possibly combine my hatred for these two in one sitting? And he goes, boom, I'm throwing the iguana at the Perkins manager.
His ex-wife bought his kid the iguana without consulting him. And now every other weekend he's got to watch a pet iguana. And he's not happy about that. And he's just been dealt a rough hand. Wife cheated on him, then divorced him.
With the manager of the Perkins.
With the manager of the Perkins. His son thinks he's a bad guy. He's got to care for this fucking iguana now. Yep. Wow. I totally understand where this guy's coming from.
Well, we broke that one down perfectly.
How about this kangaroo that has terrorized models during a photo shoot at the Playboy Mansion? Again, I thought this was going to be
on here, Jim.
Again, I thought this was going to be wild kangaroos, and they were trying to like go do a photo shoot, and then at the end they say Playboy Mansion. I'm like, so they flew some kangaroos in for a photo shoot and they acted up? Well, the horror. No, there's a Playboy Mansion in the Gold Coast, Australia. Cool.
Yeah.
Owned by millionaire tobacco tycoon Travers Bainon, also known as the Candyman. So it was wild kangaroos that just came and fucked shit up.
Yeah, I'm happy for you. And enjoy the real story.
Yeah, there's a video of it too. So there's two chairs at the edge of a pool. And right now it's loading. It looks like one girl is running for her life. 3 girls are running away. Choppiest video I've ever watched. One girl jumps in the pool. That's smart.
That's a really smart play.
And now we got a nice ass shot of her like in a thong because she's a Playboy model or whatever, just watching the mayhem unfold ahead of her. This girl trying to climb a fence. One girl over the fence. They're all in thongs running around. This is pretty funny. Yeah, I think the girl that went in the pool, she's kind of smarter than the rest. The rest of these models.
Well, that was kind of the bizarre part was a couple others followed her to the pool and then they bailed.
They didn't jump in.
Yeah, they didn't think the pool was a good plan, which it was.
And now she just chilled in the pool. Yeah, I mean,
like, man, this always happens at the Candyman's place.
Yeah. Well, the Candy Shop Mansion Instagram account is known for posting controversial pictures of his party boy life. Last year, the account was shut down for inappropriate content. Do I have to go find this Instagram and see what it's all about now? Seems like something you'd be into.
I mean, yeah, it's just going to be a bunch of butts and boobs and stuff. It's going to be Dan Bilzerian.
Yeah, this dude kind of sucks. Yeah, it's like trashy.
Again, you talked about different time periods there. I mean, Dan Bilzerian is nowadays what, Hugh Hefner? Hugh Hefner was pretty generally beloved, and now Bilzerian is pretty much hated or loved by frat bros.
Yeah. This guy looks evil. This guy, the Candyman.
The Candyman?
Yeah. I'm going to share my screen with everyone that's watching live so they can see the Candyman. If I were to show you this picture of this guy and say, this is the Candyman, can you see it?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, he's got the goatee with the soul patch pretty strong. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just evil looking.
Yeah, I think he's a baby. I think he wants to be more evil looking. I think he's a step away from where he wants to be evil-wise.
Yeah. So good for these kangaroos. We're always team kangaroo. Unless they were those big red-breasted kangaroos that can actually like rip a human apart.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
good
and there
for
was
the
no
girl who jumped in
contact with the roos. The roos were just running around having a blast.
And good for the girl who jumped in the pool. She just proved she's smarter than everyone else.
Yeah. Proud of her. We'll get her on the show.
Are you nervous about the scientists being able to revive dead pig brains?
I don't know. This seems like I mean, what's revive? I mean,
Yeah.
are we bringing dead pigs back to life?
No, I would guess that this is some science nonsense where they're like, well, there was a twitch in the neuron atom cell, blah, 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 blah.
I mean, that's pretty. The one quote I'm seeing: "Cell death in the brain occurs." And then a turtle commercial for the Grand Caymans just popped up.
It is one step closer to reviving the dead.
And Jim, I mean, I'm gonna call partial BS, but I feel like the only reason this is news is because that new Animal Graveyard, Pet Graveyard movie is coming out or is out.
Pet Cemetery?
Pet Cemetery.
Yeah. Stephen King.
This seems like a piggyback news story.
Stephen King used to do so much cocaine, he would have to shove Kleenex in his nostrils so he wouldn't bleed onto his typewriter.
Yeah, we've all been there.
That's cool,
huh? Cool's not the right word.
Cool is not
story
the right
to tell.
Word? What's your favorite Stephen King movie?
Favorite Stephen King movie?
Did you like the new It?
I didn't see it.
So you didn't like it?
I don't know yet. I haven't seen it yet.
Undecided. All right. What about The Shining, Shawshank Redemption, Stand by Me,
Shawshank,
Misery?
Green Mile, Carrie's an all-timer. Obviously not Cujo.
No. Children of the Corn.
Children of the Corn. That's a classic. 1408. That was a bad movie.
Secret.
I don't know. I might go throwback on this. I might give a shout out to Carrie or something like that. I know Shawshank's probably the layup. I mean, Carrie and The Shining, those are some all timers.
I never saw Carrie, but I read the book. Same with Misery. Misery is really good. Pretty creepy. Shawshank's easy. Shawshank and Stand by Me are from the same book. It was a collection of short stories, and 3 of them got made into movies. I'm going Shawshank, Stand by Me, and that new miniseries about JFK assassination with James Franco and that really beautiful girl that was just in True Detective.
Oh, the one where they run it back a couple times or whatever it is. He goes back
James
in time.
Franco goes back in time. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I like that show a lot.
Good.
Yeah. All right. Bet of the day. We there?
In there.
Bet of the day. It's the bet of the day. Bet of the day. Bet of the day.
Bet of the day. Bet of the day. Jakey's got 2 wins in a row. He's the best ever overtime win in hockey, saves his record. He's now 33 and 34 with a chance to get back to 500 today. Can he do it? Will he? Can he? Will he? Can he? How? Do. Jake?
Got you a winner yesterday. You glad you agreed?
Oh, I agreed with you yesterday?
Yeah, I think you were not going to agree. And then you said, let's make it a happy day, right?
I did. I just wrote down that I got it wrong. I marked myself as a wrong. But you're right. The word agree is on the screen.
You happier now?
Yeah.
Does that give you a little 1% boost? Nice, man.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
That's nice. I'm smart as fuck. Yeah.
I'm smart AF. Wow, there's already a baseball game going on right now. Diamondbacks Braves are playing.
Why?
What's wrong with you guys?
Why are they playing?
I have no idea. I mean, really taking getaway day to the next level, huh? Jimmy, let's keep it yeah. Oh, this is so easy. The Sharks, man.
Oh, you think the Sharks are going to win?
Yeah. Sharks to win it. 3-1. You're back on the bandwagon. This is free money. Keep the season alive? Got to.
I don't know. I don't know about this.
It's in San Jose. You've got your hat on. That's free money.
I thought the whole bit was going to be like, all right, time for me to become a Sharks fan, and then it's one game and I'm out.
Wow. Well, you're going to show a lot about your Shark fandom here.
What's the line?
I mean, San Jose is favored. It's -110, so it's almost pick 'em. It'd be like $20 to win $21.
You've really put me in a fucking spot here.
I love it.
Because go Sharks, go. You're just biggest Sharks fan on the show right now. I don't have faith that they're going to win.
I mean, the place is going to be jumping.
They're at home?
At home. Season on the line, Jim.
They do have a really good home.
They've been through too many battles to go down like this.
Well, they always go down like this. That's their thing. It's kind of what they're all about.
I meant to fully go down like this.
Fuck it, Jake. I can't believe you've done this to me.
Free money.
Jake is stupid, but he's smart.
Now I hope they win, and then I got to be a Sharks fan for a couple more days.
You're about to be.
Yeah. Go get him, Cheech. All right. Anything else? Any closing words? It's an early show, Jake. We're only at 52 minutes.
Good. One last thing.
Quick question from the gallery. Anyone in the chat want to ask Jake a question? Ask him anything. He'll answer honestly. Ask him something that'll really make him squirm.
Okay.
No, there's nothing. Zim's out. Tap dancing alarm. All right, I'm going to cue up the song.
Yeah.
No questions. Tom Petty, Breakdown. And
it's all right if you don't.
We will see you tomorrow, Friday show.
There is no sense in pretend. Your eyes give you away. Something inside you is speaking like I do.
Tired.